the Not So Average podcast crew.
Yes.
No, we're doing something different. This is actually our first interview, if you will, of the new year. Is it? Yeah,
definitely
I think so.
is.
Yeah, I think so. It might be.
I don't think so.
If it's
Of
not
the year, I think so.
cause we had. I think we had one more.
I think so too.
Yeah, we had the man.
To be honest.
Yeah, so we're switching it up today. If you guys haven't noticed, we're talking about movies, films and things like that. So we have a legend, and I'm gonna call you a legend, sir, because you want to know why? Legends, they must hear that they're legends to become legends.
Damn.
I appreciate that very much.
I just made that up, by the way.
Damn.
On the spot.
But still, nonetheless, the message is the same. Sir, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
That's awesome. So, if you can, sir, give the people, the fellow crew members, if you will, give them a little background on who you are, what you do, and, things like that, man.
All right. Well, as I said at the beginning of this podcast, my name is JoeAngel Saldivar, and a little bit about me. I graduated with my bachelor's degree in theater arts from the University of Incarnate Word in San Antonio. I came back here and I started to get a little bit involved with the theater scene, the community work here in El Paso, and I went to the Playhouse, other places here and there. I went to the Glass Box, and that's where I met my fellow, compatriots, if you will.
True.
At the Glass Box, it's run by Austin Savage. He's a great guy, and so
the Glass Box. What do they do there? Is that another theater group?
It is another theater. It's run by Austin Savage, and he's done a lot of work just outside of El Paso. He's worked on films, big movies, the works. He's done a lot. And Austin Savage, he's from El Paso, so he graduated from Cathedral. Mm-hmm. He comes back and he founds the Border Theater is what he founded. Okay. The Glass Box is the venue.
Okay.
And
where's the Border Theater?
The Border Theater is basically there at the Glass Box.
Oh, okay.
So the thing is, the Glass Box is the venue. You have a lot of artists that come in and out of the Glass Box. Mm-hmm. But Austin Savage runs the Border Theater.
Okay.
And so, I found out about this thing they were doing through a friend of mine, and we were both in this production together called Flaw to Gods. So we do this play with all these other great people, great artists, great actors and actresses that I meet. And, we all have kind of the same idea of trying to start our own thing. We want to start our own thing. I'm highly focused in theater.
Okay.
But, that still doesn't mean that I won't do film. I love film too. And the others were also like, well, you know what? We should start our own film company, work our way to making our own theater company, and let's just try and broaden ourselves, make ourselves known throughout the city. But why stop there? Try and get, to Las Cruces, California, then the whole nation. We're starting off. One of our leader, Leslie Lenier, she brought us all together. Just she contacted us on Facebook. So like, hey, we're gonna start this film company. We're doing this. Period. And we're like, okay, great. So where do we start off? And she had put out there that there's this 48-hour film challenge. Mm-hmm. And the 48-hour film challenge was run by the city. The city promoted it.
Right.
The city promotes it. And the thing is, if you win the city challenge, you move on to a broader challenge, a national challenge, and then you end up even competing with people from all over the world.
Nice.
So it's the 2-day movie challenge, or 48-hour movie challenge, if you will. So we decided, you know what? Let's get our hand on it. This is the first time a lot of us have ever worked on a film, and the first time we all worked together on a film. But, we're an ambitious bunch, so we said, you know what? Let's do this.
It's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
Ambition is how you start everything, brother.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are there a lot of theaters or a lot of
Theater groups?
Yeah, here in El Paso.
So, when it comes to both film and theater, there are several more. I was very surprised because we went to the premiere. They had it like in a whole Oscars get up, the 40-48 challenge at the Plaza Theater. And there's a lot of film companies here in El Paso, like amateurs and some like more veteran-esque. There's a lot of film guys out there. You had you had Tower, what is it? Our Double Scope, and a bunch of others. And it was funny.
I've talked to Double Scope before, like a year ago, something like that. But I've spoken to them. I've seen some of their work. This kid.
Yeah. Well, now you can add another one with my crew. We're called Luna Soleil Studios.
Well, hopefully we get a whole project together.
Hope so.
Right.
That would be great.
Stay
That'd be great
tuned for that.
And then, with theater, there are several other theater companies out there too. Of course, you have the El Paso Playhouse.
Okay.
You have the Glass Box, which I was mentioning, or the Border Theater, I should say. You have Shakespeare on the Rocks. I don't know if you're familiar with Shakespeare on the... They focus mainly on Shakespearean works. So that's what they do. Shakespeare on the Rocks is down there on North Loop. The Glass Box, the Border Theater is right there on Poplar. So you take
it's
Piedras.
close to downtown. It's downtown,
It's
right?
downtown. You have like the Playhouse on Montana. There, the other two, I'm not too sure where they are, but you have the Players on the Wall. And the Players on the Wall, they have paid their actors before. And I was very surprised myself to find that out. I'm like, oh, you got a theater company that will pay me to act? I love that. That's great.
How do you
If they
find
need
out
anybody.
about plays going on in the city?
So, a lot of it, social media, especially with the community work.
Right.
Social media. You have a page dedicated to El Paso actors on Facebook. It's called
What?
El Paso Actors, and once I was added onto the page, I was like, there's a lot of projects going on. Unfortunately, not many of them paid,
Right.
but every now and then you will come across a paid gig.
Okay.
And that's at the Glass Box. I did get paid, actually, for acting
shit.
at the Glass Box. Wasn't much, but I got paid.
Still
and
something.
you know what?
Awesome.
Makes you
To
a
actually
professional, baby.
say that, like, hey, I'm an actor who got paid, that's a good feeling. That's a
Exactly.
good feeling. And
I used to be a thespian myself.
A what? I'm sorry.
A
That's-
thespian,
Oh,
Yolanda.
I thought he said a lesbian.
Yo,
Okay,
she
I was
always
gonna
trying
say,
to
wait,
play
what?
somebody.
How?
I used to be a thespian myself back in the day. Used to travel around with a theater crew myself. Did I get paid? No. But I did get a lot of action from the ladies. And in sense of action, I mean, I just got a whole bunch of numbers.
yeah.
I was only like 14, 15,
geez.
16.
Well,
That's
that's
awesome
also.
to know.
Well,
I didn't know that.
I got kicked out because I just was not really following the rules like that either.
He was getting too many
Hilarious.
numbers, bro.
No, it wasn't even that. To be honest with you, I was just kind of tired of it. I was tired of it. Tired of, you want me to remember these lines and shit like that, man? I got schooled. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, plus, I am not going to college to be an actor. I can do this shit in my sleep.
Oh God, here we go.
Which is true. I do it in my sleep.
Anyway,
I did have
Don't deny
one of my
my
friends. She got mad at me. She was like, "How do you know all these lines already?" I had the script for like about a week, and I was already off book. And it was like, you're just an overachiever. I'm like, no, this is just second nature to me now. I just,
Not only that, man.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
to be honest with you, if I get a script or whatever, you should be learning your lines. Like, prime example. Shout out to Will Smith. Will Smith used to study everybody's lines, and if you watch the earlier versions of The Fresh Prince, you can see him. He's basically. He's
reading.
Yeah, so while the actor is doing their lines, he's basically lip reading it himself. So he's basically like,
He knows who goes.
and then
it's his turn.
and then it's like, oh, it's my turn.
well, that's
That's
good. You need to know how to do that too, because let's say somebody else forgets their line, and then you can help them out of that situation.
I've done that a couple times. Been on the bright lights.
And it baffles me because back in the day, like Shakespearean time, you had these guys, believe it or not, they were constantly working on Shakespeare's plays, and the actors would be working on like 3 plays within 2 weeks. 3 plays,
right.
And they had to have it all memorized.
Well, a lot of it was just Shakespeare at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you were sleeping with Shakespeare at the time, you probably figured out, he probably sat down with you and, gave you some lines. Right? I had this colonizer woman really upset at me when I told her, your boy Shakespeare was a homosexual. It's like, no, he wasn't. Yes, he was, ma'am, because women were not in plays back in the day.
They were not?
That's funny.
Imagine being Juliet, bro. Imagine being Romeo and Juliet.
Juliet was probably a 14-year-old boy. No,
basically.
Yeah, they were for the girls, the female roles, unless it was comedic.
Yeah,
you had 14, 12, 17-year-old boys playing girls. They played the female roles. If it was comedic, like the nurse in Romeo and Juliet, you could put like a 40-year-old man with a beard in there. It was hilarious. But that's how it was. Women were not allowed on the stage back in that time.
Right. Imagine being that little brother in the house or that brother in the house like, fuck y'all, I'm famous. Yeah, for kissing other dudes.
And then throws a water cash at him. What you say?
What you say? Fuck you. Standing ovation, asshole.
Fuck ass, close-minded motherfucker.
Right? Pause. Because I definitely said standing ovation, asshole. Hey, yo, there was somebody we read, not to be off subject, but there was somebody out here who used to get made fun of. We saw it on the internet. Dude used to get made fun of and used to be called loose anus.
Oh, that's right.
Or as some black people like to make fun of people and call them loose booty.
That's funny.
Which a loose booty ass.
That's hilarious.
So yes, back to our film and things like that.
So I've talked a lot about the theater and stuff right now. I'll get into the film. It's just, theater is what I started off with. It's my roots and I love it. And I equally love film. So with this group, there's a solid 10 of us, with our leader, founders, Leslie Lanier, Tadeo Garcia, myself, Mackenzie. There's so many of them I can name. Right. But all of us, we came together to work on this 48-hour film. This was the first project we worked on. And it was funny because how we started off, we started by just writing our own material. That's what we do. We write our own material that we want to film. And we all picked a genre and we said, you know what? I'm going to write this genre. And we're going to try and make it a script that's under 8 minutes as a way to help us train or to get us in that mindset of like, writing. You know what, we need this script to be this long. Yeah. So all of us who are writers, that's what we went and did. But it was funny. During these collaboration processes, we would talk about it like, we hope we don't get musical. We hope we don't get zombie because they give you a genre that you have to do. We got zombie.
Damn.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I would have probably been like, yo, give me that musical. You can do whatever.
Yeah. So they gave us the zombie genre and they also added some other rules to it. Your video had to be 8 minutes long, credits included.
Right.
You had to use a banana peel as a prop. It had to be in there. The banana peel had to be in there. You needed to use a food truck.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so we needed to find a food truck, somebody who would let us film with their food truck. There was a character name.
Some food after.
Yeah, right?
Right, like, hey, put you in my film. What's up with them tacos?
Right.
If we had time. I remember not eating the day of filming.
Damn, nah, man, not if we got this taco
growling
truck.
like, oh, man, damn.
Yo, you could have did a Mario Kart
stomach is
fucking
growling right
zombie
now.
chase, bro, with the banana peel, like, oh!
It was funny. It was great to see what everybody else came up with. You know, all
Right.
the other productions.
Damn, that's fucking dope.
Did you have to improvise at all?
Oh
A
yes,
lot?
you know we did, especially with the props they gave us. You know, we were doing them, talking about like, oh, how are we gonna use the banana peel? You know,
Right.
and it being in a zombie apocalypse, we were like, all right, well, food is scarce. It's a banana, and you know, one of the lines we have to use is these can't possibly be the real ones. That's the line they gave us. We had to put it in our film, and like, how do we do that? These can't possibly be the real ones. And we look at the bananas like, food is scarce. These can't possibly be
Right.
the real
Yeah.
ones.
This can't possibly be real bananas.
Yeah.
Not at all.
You know,
That's dope.
it was fun. My job during this whole process was I was more props and lighting. So I went out. I had to, you know, buy some props with a friend of mine, Stephanie. I can't remember her last name, but Stephanie.
Shout out to you, Stephanie. Hopefully you listening, not your other
Silex.
podcast.
Stephanie
crew.
Silex.
There we go.
Stephanie Silex.
Now we got your first and last name. Yeah, you better download.
So
we know
got,
if you'll subscribe.
Right?
we went out, we bought the props, and they were in the film. And my dad owns a shop here at Sunland Park Mall, so I went, and he had a bunch of stuff too that I could take. He has a bunch of black tarps for like
Oh,
when we
shit.
set up tables, so I got a bunch of those black tarps, and we needed to cover up her house because there was just too much sunlight
Right.
coming in. So that's
Damn.
what I had to do. I had to cover up her house, and Stephanie helped me out with a lot of the props. We set up a room that was like the dismemberment room.
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Damn.
I
Damn.
can't let too much information slide about this film. You know, we haven't released it yet on our website, but
That shit's dope.
yeah, it was, and I also had to physically hold one of the lights up.
Nah, you got that. Because that shit seemed like it's heavy.
Right.
It wasn't that heavy. Holding it for so long in a certain position gets heavy, but
Strong ass shoulders. Just
yeah. I'm glad I've been going to the gym, you know, prep myself for that.
It's like the light's shaking. Like, don't worry about it. I got it.
It's a fact.
It was a huge learning experience for me because I wasn't entirely certain how to go about filming, but you had others there who knew, and it was a lot of like, you know, the actor would come in and be like, what's going on? And then the other guy comes on like, you know, this is what's gonna happen to you. And then it's like, cut! I'm like, that's it? Those two? I'm like, yeah, we gotta do that again. I'm like, damn. So we go back. So I'm still there holding the light, like, okay, you know, take a break. All right, ready, action. Light back up. And then, you know, I was there, and sometimes it would be short takes. Sometimes it'd go a bit longer, but we must have done several shots just over and over and over and over. And that's you know, that's the film.
Right?
And it was a
Damn.
big transition for me from theater to
Right.
that, because I'm not, there's a lot of holding in theater, and you have to go back and you have to say everything again and do everything again for
Right.
theater. But with all the technical side of film, you know, you have to make sure your lighting is in a certain area. You want to make sure your
Right.
cameras are getting a bunch of different point of views. But I still had a great time.
That's
I
what's
enjoyed
up.
it.
So, shit. So, what would be like your like dream project to do, work on, or create, or just what would? It's a two-part question, really. What would be your favorite just project, your ideal project to work on? And my other question would just be like, who are some of your just favorite rather film and or theater directors? Because I know, you know what's crazy is that not too many theater directors get recognition, which is crazy because you do almost as much, and if not just as much, as an actual film director. You know what I mean?
Yes, for sure. My dream, when it comes to film, like the one thing that I would hopefully get to do someday in my life, I have my own, you know, stuff that I write.
Right.
I would love to get my own work out there and have it be out there as a a feature film.
Right.
And, the movies, whether it's produced by New Line Cinema, WB, whoever,
Right.
if I could work on my own project with that caliber of just
The backing. You
That
just
backing.
need just the backing of basically just the studio.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what? It's crazy because honestly, with Creative Minds Music Group, we're trying to dive into that realm and that world of film and videos and things like that. And for us, it's more than just it's not just, hey, we're making a music video and that's it. Like, we want to be able to grab somebody up and say, this is the eyes behind, or this is the brain behind the videos. You know what I mean? Rather it's a dope video, if it's a documentary, if it's, doesn't matter what it is. We just want to be able to give people an opportunity. You know what I mean? And there's so many people, because my thing is, I tell everybody, we gotta find a camera crew. We gotta find somebody that does videos, that's doing it as a hobby, that likes to do whatever it is. Therefore, so we can be able to give them the opportunity, because I know that there are other people out there that they are established out here and things like that. But my thing is, what's up with the guy that got just as much and or better quality work, but he's just not known, right? You know what I mean? Like, what about him? You know what I mean? Like, those are the people, and those are the creative minds, if you will, that we're trying to just little by little just set that big ass magnet up for people to say, yo, who the fuck are those people?
Yeah, I think we have similar ideals in that sense, where we want these people to, get recognized for their work. And one of our driving ideas is like, people should be getting paid for their art.
Facts.
And that's very important to all of us at Luna Soleil. And for every single one of us who worked on the film, who is a key member to Luna Soleil being what it is now, everyone has pulled their weight. Not one of us hasn't done just like in the background or whatever. Sometimes it may feel that way,
but it's not.
Yeah, because you're not busy at the time.
It's such a big there's just so many moving parts that at times you probably do feel like like, fuck, man, I need to be doing something.
Yeah. Well, if you're working on makeup, for instance, and you're done with the makeup, and it's like, okay, well, what do I do now? You're sitting around. Well, like, you don't think any less of what you're doing. You contributed. You did an amazing job. And that was just an example, like in my instance, I went around just looking for the props. And while they were filming in a different location, I was setting up the other location where they were going to film. Yeah. And, it's just every single detail, everything you do for this craft, for this art is important. And I have to just give tremendous props.
Right, no pun intended. No pun intended.
Props to everybody who was a part of this.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, my next question would be, what are you guys? What's your companies? What are you guys' future plans? Like, what's some things some of our awesome subscribers and all crew members?
Shout out to the crew members,
right? But what are some things that they can look forward to?
So we're in the process. We're about ready to launch our website, everything, social media. So Luna Soleil Studios, that's how you can find us. Of course, we're going to have one video up right now, which is the video we had submitted for the 48-hour film challenge. It's called Till Death.
Nice.
And the thing is, with Till Death, you're going to notice that it's going to be longer than 8 minutes. We're giving the re-edited version on our website, so
That's
it's
awesome.
not just the
just the 8 minutes. You get the full the full length of it. Real quick, brother, what is your website?
Luna Soleil Studios. That's to find this. We're .com. Yep.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
LunaSoleilStudios.com. You guys can check that awesome video out.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, we haven't launched just yet, but we're there.
Well, once it's up, we'll definitely let y'all know.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. That's dope.
And then we're going to be working on another project before one of our writers. She lived in North Carolina. She's moving back to North Carolina. She was a big part of the writing process. So we're going to be filming one of her scripts in July is the time frame that we've been given. We want to do a film every month, and that's kind of like reflected in the name Luna Soleil. Sun,
nice.
So reoccurring. So we
That's
want to
smart.
do a film every month.
Nice.
And we're going to be working on hers. It's gritty. It's fun. It's a thriller. It's about murder and stuff. So
Hey, everybody like a good murder.
Yep.
Well, we don't like a good
I'm pretty sure they got one, man, brother.
right?
So
Hopefully.
Right? We don't want people like, look at these motherfuckers out here condoning murder. But we all like a good murder mystery.
Definitely.
I know I do. So, real quick, sir, before we wrap this up, do you have any shout outs, sir? Let us know, let the crew members know your social media, your if you got to shout anybody out, your mama, your daddy, everybody.
Well, of course, I love my mom and my dad.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah.
But for sure, like I said, everyone.
They're badasses, bro. Just in case you guys didn't know, I know JoeAngel from high school, and he used to bully me in.
Wow! I used to bully you.
Yeah, he
Okay.
bullied me in pre-co.
Okay. You just love getting away with that. He hit me.
Damn.
Okay, he hit me.
I believe it.
That's not what the teacher saw. That's
Yo,
not what the
facts.
teacher saw.
Exactly. That's
Facts.
not what the teacher saw. He saw me. So
Hey, you gotta be
Anyways.
quick with them hands, baby.
Right?
I know.
I mean,
But yeah, no, huge shout out to everyone at Luna Soleil Studios. Of course, my mother, my father, and my father for allowing me to borrow some of the props that we used in the film. He owns his own shop, J&M Sports Cards, and toy collectibles, and we're located at Sunland Park Mall. Just had to throw that out there really quick.
It's in El Paso, Texas.
El Paso, Texas, Sunland Park Mall. As a matter of fact, we have a show coming up. There's going to be a show from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. We have vendors come out who are going to be selling
I will be
their
there.
Toys and some other.
There's comic books there. I will be there.
There will be comic books.
I will be there.
And we're also going to be featuring 4 cosplayers. As of right now, there are 4 cosplayers who said they're going to come out. Local cosplayers.
Oh, shit.
We have Professor Aspion. We have Royal Kind of Cosplay. We have Black Kitten. And one neurologist coming out.
Nice.
So go support the local cosplayers if you're in El Paso, Texas at Sunland Park Mall, July 1st, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, sir, we appreciate you coming through. We appreciate that knowledge and insight on not only the theater world, man, but, film world as well, in the sense of, the dedication and, the ins and outs, if you will, behind it, which I think is dope. Real quick, if you guys next Sunday from 7:30 to 1:30 a.m., if you are in LA, make sure you go ahead and check out Art and Soul at 2419 North Broadway Street in Los Angeles, California. There's going to be a whole bunch of art by a whole bunch of dope ass artists. There's going to be music there by my homeboy, Mr. Burrows, Thomas Burrows. Shout out to my man Thomas Burrows. If you are in LA and you are looking for a creative night, a creative time, a dope ass time, you're definitely not waste your time. So if you're in LA, if you're going to LA, you're just stopping by LA, make sure you check him out next Sunday from 7:30 to my ears started itching. 7:30 to 1:30. It's 2419. What is it? Broadway in Los Angeles, California. So shout out to the homie for, continuing the creative craft and, everything like that. So yeah, 2419 North Broadway, Los Angeles, California. Damn,
Awesome.
right. Almost had a choked up moment. Yes, Miss Yo-Yo?
I said awesome.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for that information.
So before we close out, we have a couple segments before we close out. We got one called the Urban Dictionary Word of the Day. And with this, by the look on his face.
That's all right. That's all right.
That's all right. We'll give him time. We'll give him time.
Damn, this is the third time I let you guys down.
No. We'll give you
Right?
time
How dare
because
you.
what I do want to touch on before we break out of here is the incident that happened in the Bronx this past week.
Oh, yeah. Rest in peace, man, to 15-year-old Guzman Feliz, also known as Junior. He was brutally stabbed and slashed multiple times outside of a bodega
That's a corner store for all of you non-New Yorkers.
in the South Bronx, my hometown.
Here we go. So y'all are nothing but a bunch of killers.
No, it's very sad. He collapsed and died. He managed to escape and run a block to St. Barnabas Hospital, which I'm very familiar with as I used to go to high school not too far away, and that was actually my bus stop. I would get off there and then walk to school. And the South Bronx is it's not the safest place, and I did grow up there, and I did see some things, but I'm nothing like this, man. And a lot of people are saddened, and a lot of people are hurt and also disappointed by the store owner and his, I guess, another employee that works there, and they did boycott to have the store close. And also they're upset because the owner didn't do anything according to the videos that showed him in there. He apparently there 911 wasn't called, and there was some people also watching it from, I guess, the top where the building is connected to the store in the bottom, and people watching it, videotaping it from their windows. And it was just a real sad event, tragic event. Only 15 years old, murdered by about 5 or 6 young men. And they were saying how basically it was a case of mistaken identity. They did not, this was not the young boy that they were going after. He was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. But even though it's very unfortunate that this happened and that a mother had to bury her child and lose her child at such a young age, he was involved in the Explorers program, which is a program for young kids who ultimately want to become police officer, so want to be part of the NYPD. He never got into any problems. He never had any fights. He was just a good kid trying to do something good for his friend. And it's just so sad. And a lot of celebrities have spoken out. Cardi B was one of the first to actually to put this on social media. And afterwards, everybody has followed, just paying their respects to his mom and his family.
Damn.
So, very hard time for people in the Bronx, in the South Bronx. And
Y'all ain't got no home training.
it's sad because it's like a community. A lot of people look out for each other. They know each other. You
Obviously, they didn't know each other if
wanted
they
to
got
say
the
that,
fucking
but
wrong
I don't wanna be
kid.
an asshole.
They obviously didn't know. They obviously don't know
Another
each
thing
other.
that I found wrong in the point is how people are trying to get that store closed. Yo, I mean, I
For
understand
what?
they could have done a lot more, but there's no point in closing somebody's
Listen, man,
business in life,
If that owner of the store would have called the cops, how long would it have taken before the cops got there? Kid would have still been
Not
stabbed.
only that, bro. What if it would have somebody from there would have helped them? Why we're gonna get slashed too?
Right? Like,
Yeah.
what happens if I get cut up? I'm supposed to die? Like, nobody deserves to be murdered.
Definitely not.
But do I need to sit there and, like, to be honest with you, like, I hate to say it, but it was just that young brother's time. There was nothing, like, it's how random is that? Because the kid that they said they got mistaken identity looks exactly like the kid. Does he not?
He does.
He looks exactly like him.
He resembles him pretty, like, spot on.
So you know what that tells me? That tells me that his friend that called him out his friend need to be looked at.
I agree.
Because his friend didn't get stabbed up. Where he at?
Because the original story was that his friend called him up, a friend of his called him up and said, hey, can you lend me $5 to get something to eat? And he told his mom, and his mom gave him $5, and he said, I'll be right back. They went to a chicken spot, is what they call it.
Kennedy Fried Chicken?
They went to a local spot,
was it
like
Kennedy
a block
Fried
away
Chicken?
from the corner store. And apparently from there, I don't know how he walked or got to the store, and that's where they caught up with him. But where's this so-called friend? What happened to him? What happened? Where did he go?
So this is my thing as well. If dudes is after you, I'm not running in no store. I'm just running.
I guess the argument started in the Kennedy Fried Chicken or whatever chicken spot, and then he ran into the store to get help, is what I'm understanding. He actually went into the store to get help. And that's what a lot of people do. Like in New York, there's corner stores everywhere. In the Bronx, there's a corner store on every single block, everywhere you go, and most of them are open 24 hours. And a lot of people do run into those stores for safety, and that's what he did. And he didn't get that. Instead, he got dragged out the store, and the store owner and one of the workers did say that they were threatened and they were told not to get involved. So.
Right? Like, imagine 5 motherfuckers come up to you. A couple of them got knives and a machete, and they look at you and they like, stay the fuck back. Don't fucking jump in this shit.
All right.
I mean, I guess the good thing from all this that you could take, which is not good, but one of the things is that there's cameras everywhere, and the cameras caught all
everybody
of them on video. It caught the whole
naked
thing.
ass face.
It's pretty sad too, because it did also catch the period of him getting stabbed and
slashed.
Brutally slashed. Yeah. So I mean.
See, and this is why, fuck bringing these immigrants over here. Nigga, I don't give a shit what nobody says. For the simple fact, I've been to Haiti, and niggas in Haiti treat shit like that. In Haiti, they do shit like that. Real quick story before we bounce. So there I was. Not gonna say what year, but I was in Haiti, doing patrols in Haiti. And shit you not, motherfuckers walking down the street with a dude on a fucking ice pick, on an ice hook.
Damn.
Shit.
Nigga said, don't get involved. That ain't our shit. Like, damn, but he like carrying a whole body, bitch.
That's crazy.
Like, don't get involved. Rest in peace to that young brother.
Definitely. Sucks.
It's summertime, so you know what that means. Bodies is gonna be coming up.
Seriously.
Protect yourselves out there at all times. Keep your head on the swivel. You know what I mean? Because you got to keep your head on the swivel in this war game, baby. Don't worry. You'll hear that line next year in some of the tracks that we'll be releasing. Anyway, so we have... Sir, did you get your...
No.
Oh, shit.
Right. Let's see. Well, so Urban Dictionary word for next time.
Next time around.
So before we break out, anybody have any parting words, some good motivating words for people before we say peace?
Joe, do you have any?
Right? Damn, put him on the spot.
All right.
Why not? Hey,
Right,
that's
so
what we
shit.
are, man. Put people
Good.
on the spot.
The good parting words. Well, no, it just now reminds me of a quote that I used to hear sometimes. The man who says he can and the man who says he can't are both correct. So,
Ooh. Oh, I like that.
take that word, leave that as you will.
Interpret that how you wish.
Right. That's actually
Very
pretty
good.
fire. So, ladies, gentlemen, fellow crew members, you already know. It's about that time. We appreciate all the love. We appreciate all the support. We appreciate the man, Mr. Joe. I would say your last name, but I don't want to fuck it up. And I don't want to have Yolanda out here SAT fact checking me and shit like that. So, the good man, the good homie, Mr. Joe. Go ahead, sir. One more time. Put your social media out there. Put your company's page. Put everything out there before we sign off.
All right. Well, like I said, LunaSoleilStudios.com. We're getting ready to launch in about another week. We'll be up and running, and you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Luna Soleil Studios. Moon and Sun Studios.
Nice.
You already know. Follow him. Follow
Obviously,
us. Subscribe. Download.
follow. So I would have some awesome spilled juice for you guys, but you know what? We've run out of time. So we got to wait till next week. Give you a little bit of spilled juice.
We'll give you double the spilled juice.
Well, I got some spilled juice.
Triple the
Right?
spilled
People
juice.
fucking wives' best friends and, people killing, wives' best friends, raping them. It was weird shit that's going on out there. Shout out to all you weird ass fucks. I'll take your downloads as well.
Right.
I'll take your downloads as
You
well.
count too.
Right? You count too. So we appreciate the love. We appreciate the support. Make sure you guys go and check out the BET Awards. I mean, more than likely it would already happen. So hopefully you guys understand and know that who won. So you already know me. I'm your boy Philly J. Not from around your way, but damn sure somebody's way. Probably my mama's way. Got to my right, the lovely Miss Yo-Yo.
That's right, y'all. Peace and love. Make sure you stay cool. Stay out of trouble. Don't let this summer heat get to you. Be safe out there. And all is good.
Damn, that's awesome. That's awesome. Mr. Joe, well, you did your sign off.
That's it.
Right?
And thank you again to our special guest.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
I was going to
Appreciate
get
it.
to that. See, you out here jumping the gun. We got to get Julio first.
Of course.
And we already know the friend, the homie, you know him like I know him, Julio Big Dog.
Yo, guys, make sure you enjoy your week, your day, your night. Whenever you listen to this, just make sure you enjoy in general, baby.
And make sure you download and subscribe. We are the Not Your Average Podcast crew. So we will see you different time, same place, same space. And we'll see you when we see you. Peace.
Peace.